table. It has this place my Bible, my candle, my music, my water bottle, sometimes coffee, but the coffee was gross today. I have to add more creamer, and I'm just too lazy to do that right now. And then my chair. I have to position myself so you don't see that, the spider web, because I haven't cleaned it yet. But I can see Bonnie. Bonnie is in my sight right now. She's watching me. So I was thinking this morning, because I don't really have an agenda. Some mornings I have an agenda, some mornings I don't. Today I don't. This morning is hard for me. Because it's more real. You know, I was 95% sure I would be approved for long term. Yesterday I got the phone call saying I was 100% approved. Meaning I'm not going back to work. I will prevail. He will prevail with me. He will give me the strength. But there's going to be a time that I need to grieve. To grieve the loss. Yes, I haven't been working for 6 or so months. Yeah, 6 months. 3 of those months spent in quarantine. My mind, you know, but my mind would have done this anyways, I think, a little bit. The depression would have set in. Yeah. So, I've been reading more in my Bible. I've been wanting to learn about Jonah. You know, we hear about Jonah and we think of Jonah and the whale. You know, it says in my Bible, which I believe to be truth. There she goes. There she goes. She's done eating. She's going to rest for the day. Rest on my roof. But anyways, so Jonah, chapter 2, verse 17. But the Lord provided a great fish to swallow Jonah. And Jonah was inside the fish 3 days and 3 nights. So it didn't say he provided a whale, a great fish, whatever that might be. There are some other great fish in the sea. Could he have meant a shark? Is a shark a fish? These are things I forget. You know, they're called this, you know, but I can be very literal. I've been told that. So I have to think outside the box or think not so literally. So I'm thinking a swordfish is a great fish, you know, but he was running away. He was running away from God. We do that. I ran away from God for so many months while I worked. I made it harder on myself, and I think I damaged myself. That's my feeling. Nobody has really said, you know, of the medical professional has said otherwise, like, you're way off. They just nod and agree with me, or nod. They don't agree with me, but okay. But I was running for something that was going to happen. Maybe it would have happened over time. Maybe it would have happened when it did. Well, I have to believe that it happened when it did. God knew my heart. He knew my actions before I even did it. He knew Jonah. He knew he was going to have to provide a big fish. Jonah had to speak to the Assyrianites. Assyria was not a nice place. Jonah didn't like it. He was given a call by God to do something, and he ran. Many times our call might not be necessarily this big, or what I would consider to be this big. It could be small, but we do hear God calling us. We do hear God telling us, hey, you need to do this for me. Be my hands and feet, you know? I feel eventually I was going to have to do disability. I would have liked to have another year or two. I didn't. So I'm in a grave. It's going to be hard for the next couple of days, and thank God I have tools. I have friends and I have family that are willing to work with me and help me with this time. But I also made an appointment with my counselor, Nelson. He's going to remind me of tools. He might tell me new tools. He's going to let me grieve. That's what I like about him. You know, people, well, okay, let me tell you. The thing hard to swallow was Karen, who is my long-term disability or my disability contact person. She told me two things. Well, she told me more than two, obviously, but two things resonate with me now. All my equipment is in a corner. I want to get rid of it. I was talking to her about getting rid of it. I don't know what to do with it. Yes, I need to call HR. I'm going to do that. She said, well, okay. And it takes me a while to remember the conversation, you know, and relay it to you. So that's why there's pauses. But I was telling her they'd like to text me and tell me, or they'd like to email me at my work email what I'm supposed to do with my equipment. I don't have access to that. Well, what she said really hit me. After Sunday, you won't have work email for them to text, or I call it text, email. That's the wall it really hit. After Sunday, I will no longer be an employee. As somebody who that was part of their identity, That's all they knew. To be told that was really hard. And the other thing she said that made sense, but it made it real. My disease more real is that we had sedentary jobs, which we did. We sat, we typed. There's a 99% chance I won't have a job because I can't stand for long periods of time. You cannot rely on me because of the way the wind blows or the barometric pressure. Okay, then how do you be productive? And this is what I'm going to have God tell me every day. How to be productive that day. And that's why I blogged about my portion. Because a lot of times I could take a month, a week at a time, and divide it up. You know, I'm going to do this on Monday, this on Tuesday, that my planner is not filled that way. Now, there are appointments that I have. They're in there, so I remember. But there's also prayer requests, stuff I'm grateful for, stuff I read in the Bible, you know, that I want to put in there. There is a list of things that I want to accomplish each week. One being fix my bird bath. It was leaking. I found it leaking. You know, laundry, or I want to mop my kitchen floor. You know, that's gonna take some time. But I want to do that. I want to be able to enjoy the morning like I am right now. But you're also gonna grieve. You're also gonna feel feelings. And it's funny how when I thought about this video, I had a way I was planning on starting it out, but it's not going that way. The way I planned it was, if God were sitting next to me, Jesus were sitting next to me, what would I say? I would tell him thank you. Thank you. I don't know what your plan is. But I would also say some other things, pretty much stuff I've said to you. Like, I don't want to give up my job, but you're telling me to trust you, so I need to give up my job. There are things I don't understand about this disease. Who was I saying? It's you. Maybe James. Maybe not James. I don't know. Why did I get pain? I'd never had pain in the first 9 months. Actually, yeah, closer to a year. I didn't have pain. I had other things I could deal with. The pain is a thorn in my side, and it might be. Okay, I have to learn to live with it. Just like I'm gonna have to learn to live with this disease. I'm thinking of the word crusty. I can be crusty sometimes. This disease can be crusty at times. You never know, right?